Well, this is a little different. I never really write anything. Well, actually, I never write anything for these live rants, exposés, accounts of debauchery, and so on. But I wrote down a few keywords here to give me some kind of a path to talk about this. I watched a speech by Tulsi Gabbard tonight, about 12, 14 minutes long. And I watch pretty much everything she does. And DeSantis as well. And here we go. This is not written. This is not written. I have a dream. I have a dream that one day politicians will not be scumbags, that they will not be selfishly interested in only what they can take. I have a dream that the American people wake up one day and spend a little bit of time, which shouldn't be required, but at least assess the character of the person that is lying to you. I have a dream. I retired from teaching about 6 years ago. I have a dream. I'm so sick of this shit. Fucking scumbags. I retired. I got medically retired for a few things. Cancer, basically. And what surprised me most about retirement is not what I had always heard and witnessed, where the average retiree only lives a few years. I'm not sure what the few is, but when I was a kid, it was about 5. I don't know what it is now. Of course, people worked. Man, you had parents who worked. My grandparents worked. Always tired after work. But the reason, I guess, for the most common reason, aside from when we just worked people to death, now is simple. Absolute fucking boredom and a sense of worthlessness. So it wasn't that. That's not what surprised me most about retirement. But that has been, so far, a fair description of my mental state, though I try not to succumb to it, though I have. And I've pretty much done everything I could to kill myself off here over these past few retired years. But I'll tell you what surprised me is how easy it is to come to an understanding of who's who and who's doing what to whom, and how we have lost the thread of humanity and decency. And that is to say, these fucking nitwits that end up in our Congress are some of the people that God himself could not create if he wanted to fuck something up beyond recognition. Foobar motherfuckers. These people that we, the people, elect to Congress, because like me, I never had time to pay attention to the character of the candidates. You just too fucking busy. These people are subpar. Almost all of these DC politicians are below average. Many of you listening to this will probably not know who Garrison Keillor was, but Prairie Home Companion, he did a talk show, basically a storytelling hour, and it was funny. He would talk about a place where all children can become above average. Now, I'll tell you what, I'm guessing that many of these politicians that end up in Washington, D.C. wouldn't even understand what he was getting at there. That's how the quality of the candidates rolls out. Most of them are too stupid to understand basic statistics. But on the other hand, and here's the contradiction. We, the American people, have elected 500 and what is it, 535? I forget what the number is. And they're not all that way, but pretty much every one of them is below average. It's boy, you got to wonder how that happened. It's a wonder of human nature that we have this mathematical and physical laws, these mathematical and physical laws, and they govern outcomes. You know, it's supposed to abide. You're always supposed to be able to depend on them. Well, we have fucking defied probability. How can all these fucking congressional senators and House members, how can they all be below average? I don't fucking know, but they are. All you got to do, and you can't do it if you're out there working and taking care of a family and just trying to get along. But I've had 6 years to sit here and watch all their hearings, listen to them. They're all fucking below average. They are some of the dumbest fucking people I've ever met. And I taught for 30 years. I've had kids that would be better. I could have picked 535 kids to go to Congress that would be better than this fucking Congress. So I guess it's called living life. You know, you don't have time. You're too busy taking care of the kids and working to recognize that we have some real fucking scumbags running for office and winning. I mean, that seems to be the primary qualification. Imagine this congressional interview. Imagine you had to answer these questions to get elected. Would you steal a bag of candy from small children on Halloween?
Would I get caught?
Should God punish people who lie to serve themselves?
God, come on now. You'd think I'd say 9 of the 10 things that I say if I thought there were a God.
How many morally reprehensible and or illegal acts do you think the average American commits?
Should I use myself as a model? How much time do we have?
America will not survive much longer as a sovereign country. Well, you know, we already don't have a border. Lucky for the water on the edges, right? It's the only border we have. But it's not going to survive much longer as a sovereign country if we don't remove these fucking scumbags from Congress. Just lie. Look at these. I know, you know, I was a Democrat by default because I was a teacher for 30 years. Didn't have time to really think about it, but you know, as teachers are predominantly Democrats. But as I've spent all this time in retirement watching, you know, Senate hearings, House hearings, so on and so forth. Holy shit! Who elected these people? Oh my God! Oh. And so now I would not describe myself as a Republican, but I would definitely describe myself as someone who values common sense and doesn't want scumbags in Congress. So I have the solution. I'm proud to say you heard it here first. And this is not an easy mental construction or an actual construction, as both of the people that I propose could save America, as long as the dollar doesn't go Zimbabwe on us, are what we all aspire to be. I mean, sure, some of us have parents, you love your parents, and oh, I want to be like dad or mom, and that's absolutely perfectly valid, but you take a good look at these two people, and if you had to be one of them, well, that's not a bad thing. Oh, did pretty well. But you got these two. And so I'm creating a presidential ticket here for 2024, and we're going to have to use some precedent to create the ticket because it's so complicated to put these two people together. But as far as precedent goes, 17 governors have become presidents of the United States. 16 senators have. So if we were to use that as the sole criteria to order these two people in the presidential and vice presidential positions, and that's after all the incredible qualifications and accomplishments of these two have been considered. Here's what we get. And here's the solution to removing the scum from Congress and retaking our country and reuniting people and getting rid of all the horrible things that the Democrats have attempted to push off on us over the past 6 years. 2024 ticket, DeSantis, Gabbard. DeSantis, as governor, one of the governors, 17 so far, have become presidents. Gabbard, senator. So it could go the other way. But look what you got there. That combination alone, that's a wake-up call. Those two elected to the highest offices in the land would scare the scum from Congress. No more of the divisions, no more of the you did this and you did that. And it would be, hey, Congress, hey, you guys over there in the House trying to get a good stock deal. You people are on notice. We are working together for the people. And if you are here for anything else, we're going to get you. We're going to find those recordings of you doing hookers and blow when you first got here to D.C. and they tried to compromise you. It's a common thing. You get here, they put a team on you, try to get you into a hotel room doing hookers and blow or something illegal. Just common knowledge. So we're going to find those fucking videos of you doing hookers and blow or whatever, or bribing or extorting foreign politicians. That'll be in some paperwork somewhere. Or handing off information to friends and family. We'll just look at the stock trades they made and see how wonderfully wealthy they got once you got to Washington. We are going to take your scumbag asses out and put you in prison. Then we're going to put your family, those who similarly broke laws, in prison. Now, that's not some kind of fascist statement. That's just, guess what? Guess what, guys? We're going to enforce the law. The law that you have been ignoring so that you could benefit yourself. And you can scream all you want, fascist, racist, homophobe. Say it again. Come on, bring it. Oh, look at that law. Look at the law go. Oh, look at the law wrapped around you, put you in handcuffs, and whoo, look at the prison. But you start doing that, once you start getting exposed with a DeSantis Gabbard ticket, where we're given the perfect example of how the country should be united and can be united. And if you're still trying to serve yourself, you're going to get a response from the people who elected them. People who just want to live their lives and love their families and not have to worry about who got to Congress. That response? Scumbags, you're done. Go away. Go to prison. You're done. Don't come to D.C. if you just want to serve yourself. Fuck off.